Minister, if you could give me an update on the plans to review and strengthen the ethics in public office legislation. The completion of the framework, or the review of the need to change it, was done almost, are we into our third year? Yeah, December 22. So if you could give us an update on the specific plans of the government.
Thank you very much. And, as you're aware, we have committed to updating the ethics in public office legislation in the recent programme for government. This is on foot of a wide-ranging review that you've referenced on the legislative framework for ethics in public office that my department undertook during the last government, and the findings of which were published in February 2023. The report's recommendations include that the legislative framework for ethics should be underpinned by an overarching integrity principles, that disclosure requirements should be strengthened to improve transparency, and that consideration should be given to whether the regime should encompass more office holders. The report also recommends a strengthening of SIPO. I'm also conscious of recent further recommendations in relation to ethics which need to be considered in the context of this reform. This is a complex area which requires careful consideration. I now intend to look at in detail at all of the outstanding policy issues, including those I've outlined, and to have wider engagement with my officials on the most appropriate way to ensure the programme for government commitment is fulfilled. My ultimate goal in this is to create a fit-for-purpose, easy to understand and user-friendly legislative ethical framework that contributes to the quality, efficacy and transparency of our system and builds on the strengths of our existing framework.
Thank you, Minister. I'm glad it's in the programme for government, but what you're not giving me are any dates whatsoever. And there are very serious issues here, not being raised just by me, but by SIPO itself year after year in its annual report. It highlights the gaps that are there. It highlights their lack of power. And really, if you could give me some sense of urgency in relation to the issues that have arisen in relation to insider information, different examples of that, in relation to strengthening the disclosure requirements, hasn't happened in relation to strengthening the Commission itself. I mean, we have members who are full-time working in other areas, and that needs to be looked at in itself. The resources need to be looked at, and then what one does after we leave the Dáil, for example, where we go, conflicts of interest, and then in relation to an independent vote for SIPO itself. So on every level, we need to strengthen SIPO and recognise the gaps that they have raised year after year. When is that going to happen?
Thank you. So the first thing, obviously, is to take into account the review that's happened, and indeed some of the more recent recommendations which have been made, and to put, I suppose, have a policy consideration around that. And following that, then, what's set out in the context of the programme for government is to give legislative underpinning to that. And once I suppose the policy matters have been bottomed out within my own department, something I'm engaging on, I'll then be in a position to develop a draft scheme, and then that will be done in collaboration with the Attorney General, and then we'll obviously enter through the Oireachtas process as it is in terms of pre-legislative scrutiny. And I'll be working on this as a legislative priority. So I don't want to give you a particular date today because, despite to say it is an important priority for me as Minister, I want to fulfil the programme for government commitments and ensure that we update the ethics in public office legislation and utilise the various external and internal reports which are there to underpin that work in the context of the reforms that have to be advanced.
Thank you, Minister, and I appreciate you're making it a priority. I appreciate you can't give me a date, but there has to be a recognition that the legislation is totally inadequate, that SIPO has repeatedly pointed out a whole range of difficulties in terms of lack of power, in failure to keep a standard, to ensure that there's the highest standard in public office. We know that. I'm not going to go into individual things, but there has to be a sense of urgency. The framework was December 22. We're now in 25, and there's going to be still more consultation, more policy. I can't understand how you can't start with the legislation, and amendments can be made along the way, but there has to be an urgent recognition that we have failed to update SIPO, to give them the adequate powers, and to ensure the highest standards in public life. I mean, it's very difficult. We all have made mistakes in our lives. None of us are perfect, but We need an organisation that holds all of us to account to the highest standards. We need to empower them, we need to resource them, but most of all we need recognition from the government in relation to it.
Minister.
And I suppose that's why it has been set out as a priority in the programme for government, and why in the first instance we need to make sure that the policy framework which is developed is done in a way that it can then be reflected in a general scheme. At that point then we'll obviously have pre-legislative scrutiny and cross-party input in the Oireachtas. It's an important matter across the political system around the broader engagement with this, and we know previous pieces of legislation were published and weren't advanced. So I want to make sure that we fulfil the intention of the programme for government and that legislation can be enacted and in the outworking of this. So what I'm doing is prioritising the particular policy inputs that we have. We've many of them in multiple reports, which do need to be acted on in the context of a policy framework, which will feed into a general scheme. And we'll be working then with the Attorney General's Office to produce that. And obviously we'd welcome and value the input from you and from all members of the Oireachtas in ensuring we can update the legislation in the best way possible, and that's what my intention is in the role I've been given.